The song that you've just heard, guys, has been completely generated by TemPolor, a really cool AI tool to create songs both with vocals or instrumental with your prompt very easily. You can also split the stems. Maybe you want only bass and drums from a complete created song, or maybe you want to mix the song differently, so you can download the split stems. Moreover, you have a full library of already generated AI songs that you can use and don't have the so annoying copyright strike maybe from YouTube. That's very cool. So I've used TemPolor for more or less 2 months for my projects. So today I'm gonna show you how to use TemPolor, how it's really easy to use TemPolor for your projects, and how I use that for my personal projects. I tell you, in my opinion, for whom is this TemPolor software. Is not a software, it's all in a website. And moreover, I tell you all the pros and all the cons. So without further ado, let's jump into TemPolor. As you can see, this is the homepage. You can use TemPolor in different ways. The first way is using already AI generated tracks. For example, going to the search. So let's go here and you can search AI song based, for example, on the genres. You can see mood, theme, genre, instrument, and BPM. So it's very interesting because you have a library that I don't know how much is it, but you have tons, guys, and you can continue scrolling. As you can see, more than 60 pages, so you have a lot. So let's, for example, try out with the mood. I want something peaceful, and as you can see, it was 86K type of AI generated music, so a lot, let's say. So let's listen. You can also listen to them. As you can see, it's a cinematic and word kind of genre. And as you can see, the all generated tracks are pretty short in length. As you can see, maximum is 2 minutes. But if you like something, for example, let's try something different. Vibrant beat pulse. It's okay. You can see here that you can search, for example, similar kind of tracks. That's cool because you have a reference. You don't have to search again with the prompt, but you have a reference and you can search based on that track. But you can also download, for example, the song as it is. But as you can see here, you can do more. You can get the stems. Of course, you need to have the Pro plan, so you can separate the stems. Maybe you want to mix differently the song. You can do that. You can regenerate this. That's very cool. Let's see it. So you can see all the metadata of this song and you can change it. For example, you like it, but you want it to be faster. You can change it. Let's try with 140 BPM. You can change the chords, so different chords. That's very cool. You can change the genre. Maybe it's too funky, you can change it. Maybe the mood is, let's say, too dynamic, too upbeat, you can change it. Let's, for example, delete upbeat. You can change the instrument that have been used. For example, I can insert some synth and I can insert, I don't know, real snare drum, let's say. Let's regenerate it. Already done? Oh, it's doing here in my create page. So in this page you can search and use whatever kind of song have been already generated, and if you want, you go to create page, which is the more creative page. Create is more creative, of course. So here, as you can see, there are all the generated tracks. These are all the tracks that I've generated with the prompt. So I try out this for 2 months, as already told you, and I've tried to create some sort of songs that I needed, maybe some songs for your YouTube background. That's very cool because it's very annoying to have any copyright strike from YouTube. So this is a cool way to create background songs without any problem of copyrights. But I'll go in detail in a moment. Let's see the generated tracks. When you generate something, will be generated always 2 different songs, and you can decide which you like more, for example. So let's listen this one. As you remember, the previous one was 140 25, I guess. This is 130. It's faster. You can listen to the synth that I requested. Maybe there is a real snare. Could be, maybe. It's not really. Let's listen the other one. The tempo is the same, 130. You have here the scroll, you can listen synth. The quality is very, very good, guys. So you have generated this track, let's say. You can go, for example, on the tracks here, you can download it, you can edit the track, so you can replace some section of the tracks. That's cool. That's really cool. You can really manipulate it. But anyway, you can also create and extend it, because as you have seen, all the songs that I've generated here are 2 minutes, no more, 2 minutes. And if you want, you can extend it. Let's see what you can do. Regenerate. You can get the license, because you can, of course, try out for free. But if you have the light version, you can have the license to use the generated tracks in whatever project you want. That's really, really cool. Now, let's go again to the home page. So I've already shown you the search. You can search also here with a prompt. Basically, when you write something here, will be generated in the created page. Basically, it's the same. Let's focus now on the create page. In this create page, there are something that I want to address, because I really like very cool features that have been done recently. For example, here is the place where you can write your prompt. And as you can see, you can also choose different kind of training, AI training, depending on what you want to use. For example, the V3 is only for maximum 2 minutes, but you can extend after. Or you can use the 3.5, that the maximum is 4.5 or 4.5 minutes. I think 4.5. You can write your prompt. For example, create a song with real drum and bass. I want a male singer, let's say, with dirty and broken vocals. Add synthesizers. Typo. Synthesize. Synth. Let's do synths without any problem. Let's skip it. Okay, you can also use, for example, the tags here to go faster if you don't want to use the prompt. Anyway, you can use the prompt. Then, as you can see, you have the MIDI render. This is the new feature. This is really cool, because you can decide the melody that you want to use. For example, you can create, so click to make some MIDI, or you can also import your MIDI track. So, for example, you want to import the progression of the chords of your song. Or you can also create in this page. For example, let's do that really, really randomly. In the scale, of course. You can also play it. Really randomly, guys. So you can then go to create. Yes. Okay, it's here, but I think it's a bug, because the prompt, there is no more my prompt. So I think this is one of the improvement must be done, because I've written something here, I've done the MIDI render, and now it's disappear everything. So let's do again. Create a song. Now you can generate an auto lyrics if you want, or if you have already your lyrics, you can do that. Custom, and you can type your lyric. Okay. Now, all these have been done in the Song tab, okay? So, will be generated a song. If you go to Instrumental, of course, will be generated a song without the vocals. So, let's generate it now. Create, And as you can see, again, two different creations from the AI. You can see that it's generating. You can see here the prompt, what you have written, and you have only to wait. It's really, really fast, as you can see. Let's speed up anyway. We can listen to it. This is the first one.
Shaft, hoses haunted by the fight. Fingers trace the scars of a broken past, lost in restrooms that never last.
Okay, the second one.
Shadows crawl beneath cold street lamps. Echoes haunt the dripping pipes.
It's more pop than a really real drum and bass.
Whispers lost in
this is more real, the drums.
Falling through the cracks of time, rust and rain, they blur the line.
So it's been generated the song based on my prompt and based on my MIDI. So you can also change the MIDI and will change, of course, the song. Now, let me show you the instrumental. So it's basically the same, but as you can see, there is no any setting for the song. You can decide the BPM, the tonality, and chord progression here. That's cool. In the workstation, you can see basically all the song that you have created, as you can see. And here you have more the stem splitter. That's very, very cool, because if you have already a song, maybe a song that has not generated by the AI, maybe you have a real song and maybe you have to study some parts. Maybe you want to keep only the guitar. For example, I'm a guitarist, so I can focus on this approach. So you can have only the guitar from a real song and you can study all the chord progression. That's the way of the stem splitter. I don't want to show you because it's very, very basic. You can import and will be splitted in different kind of stems. I want to show you also how I created the song that you have listened at the beginning. So let's go again to my create page. I have also to find it because I created a lot of songs. There is a reason why I've created a lot of songs, as you can see here, because the AI, and this is the cons, basically the AI is struggling, as you have listened also from the previous song, to create some real instruments, so real drums, and especially rock and metal stuff. I'm more into rock and metal stuff, and the AI is really struggling to create something. I've basically tried 20 prompts, maybe, to try to achieve some decent AI rock song, but trust me, was a pain in the ass. It was really, really difficult, and I didn't find any solution. So if you want to create AI for pop music, for funky music, for, I don't know, R&B or trap or stuff like that, AI is a really good tool. For rock and metal, it's really difficult. And as you have listened, real drums, there was no any real drums in the previous prompt that I've created. So basically this one, the create song with real drums, there was not real drums. Let me search the, I remember there's something with the wind, the song. There is no research here. Maybe it's better to have a search, maybe in a workstation. I can search something. No, I prefer to have, so TemPolor, if you are seeing this video, I know you are seeing this video, anyway, put a search here button, because I remember the title of the songs, but if I have generated too much songs, it's really difficult to find one. Anyway, I've generated this song, it's very, very cool, listen. And I've used this in my recent video of Super Booth. That was very, very cool. Very cool because it's really in the mood of the video. And you can use wherever in your project without any problem of copyright. And that's very cool. Let me search again. Yes, it's this one. So this was the song that I've used for the Anteprima, so the video that you're listening.
Dusty road stretch like endless chains.
Of course, I have downloaded the stems because I wanted to use 𝙎𝙤𝙙𝙬𝙀, which is my main singer for all the tests, and he was singing this song with his vocals live, but I had the bass, so that was really very cool. You have here also a new beta, as you can see. You can fix vocals, so let's try out. Preparing resources. This is the first time I use this tool, the fix vocals, so I don't know what it will do, so let's try out together. Okay, pick the lines that need a fix. Will improve alignment and pronunciation. Okay, because sometimes when you have generated something with AI, you can listen the artifacts sometimes in the vocals. Sometimes the vocals that have been used is not in the correct range and will sound very, very strange in upper range or in very, very low range, depending on the prompt that you have used. So maybe in this way you can fix something. You can decide the line, for example, that you have found something, and you can go confirm and will be regenerated that section, not all the section, but only that section. So I think it's already been done, or it's in a new song. Oh, a new song, okay, it's generating here again the same song with different approach and improving the vocal generated in that section. Okay, now as you can see, there is this symbol that I think means that have been fixed the vocals. So these two new songs have been generated from a previous song. So let's listen. I think it's the same starting point. Dusty roads stretch like endless chains. A melody whispers through the breeze. It's changed the intention on the singing. The stars ignite in the velvet sky. Yes, it's changed. Whoa, that's cool. That's cool. This one. On the open plains, dusty roads tread like endless chains. Different. A melody whispers through the breeze. That's very cool. It's a really interesting tool, in my opinion. You can, for example, listen in different melody, and you can decide for your work, for example, which melody is best for you. To use TemPolor, you need a license, of course. And here you can see the account. You need to create an account. And you can see also here the pricing. I want to be really, really honest, even if this video is sponsored. So I'm honest, this video is sponsored by TemPolor. TemPolor reached me to ask me if I can make a video about TemPolor. Of course, I want to make it because I really like it, the transparency of TemPolor. Here you can see all the plans. You can try out, of course, for free the platform before decide to make an account. This video is totally honest because I want to show you what is really good about TemPolor and what, in my opinion, should be improved about the website, but mainly in the AI training. So let's see all step by step. As you can see here, you have the plan. So you can decide to go light. And as you can see, you can create up to 4 minutes generative tracks, which in my opinion is really, really good. You have 1,000 generative tracks per month. I mean, you want more? Really? I think that 1,000 is really, really enough. I don't think that you can prompt 1,000 generative tracks per month. I don't think you can do that. Anyway, you can do also up to 4 saved voice clones. That's really cool because you can generate songs with maybe your vocals. Maybe you want to listen how these songs can sound with your vocals. If your range can achieve some sort of notes, you can do that. So you can clone your voice and instead use already AI vocals. You can listen the songs that you have created with your own tones. That's very, very cool in my opinion. And that's very cool also, for example, when you work with different artists. Maybe you want to create a song for a specific artist, so you can create AI songs and listen the project, maybe with different kind of chords, playing chords. Listen if that specific vocal is good for that project. That's clever in my opinion. As you can see, you have also different, of course, plans. You can do more, you can save more tracks, you can have unlimited downloads because you can, of course, download what you have created, but in the light version, only 10 downloads per day, only, guys, for $5 a month. You can really do everything, let's say. So you can see the plans, and don't want to go too much in details here because you can see alone on the website. You can pay, of course, yearly or monthly, and of course, yearly is better, you have more discounts, let's say. So this AI, in my opinion, has to be used in a way that is useful for your project, not to create and use the song as it is, but helping you, maybe deciding some sort of chord progression, maybe using only the drums that have been developed, maybe if you want to listen if a song is in the correct range for an artist. So this is a clever way, in my opinion, to use AI. So not to use AI for, I don't know, lazy people that don't want to create anything, prompt and it's created and this is my song. In my opinion, it's not the best way, this one. It's better to learn from the AI generated tracks and try to blend something that is really cool for you, for your project. So TemPolor, in my opinion, is a really, really cool AI tool, very useful, as you can see. It creates very well made and very high quality songs. It's very cool to use. The MIDI render is a very, very unique feature. You can create the progression of the chords that you want to use. Very cool. The stem splitter is very, very cool. It's basically a separate software. So you can use the stem splitter already with not AI generated tracks. That's cool. And it's also useful for studying, for example, if you want to learn the bass line, the guitar, and you want to mute, for example, only the vocals and the drum, you can do that with the stem splitter. So in my opinion, TemPolor works very, very good. It's not a software, it's basically a website-based a tool, so you have to use in a website. You need to have internet, of course, for the training of the AI. The only cons that I found is that for rock and metal genre does not work very well. But I think that this is more or less common with every kind of AI generating tool, because you know you can find different kind of AI generating tool, not only TemPolor. But I think it's a common issue because rock and metal is very difficult for AI to create something credible, let's say, something really decent to use. Anyway, something should be improved. For example, some sort of search button here to search from all the already generated tracks. But anyway, for 2 months of usage, I didn't have any problem. It was really, really user-friendly kind of website. You can try out for free TemPolor for a limited time or period. And if you like it, you can purchase directly with my link in the description. Remember, if you use my link in the description, you can get 20% of discount. Actually, I don't know if it's an affiliate link. I don't know if something will go to me, some sort of percentage. I don't know. Anyway, it will be at no any additional cost for you. So you can have for free 20% of discount, guys. So let me know what you think about, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.